god!
It's Tastepink and your fairy slay mother has entered the chat. Okay, I'm here. Turn your away messages off, honey. You've got mail, okay, and you don't want to delay. This is a slay that could almost be patented if you ask me, but honey, I don't know who Sally Mae is. No bill collectors on my line. Rent is paid through the month. That is what this look is giving, so we're gonna jump right into it. Now, of course, I did a transformation, so don't be shocked, honey. Of course, I look a little different, but I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer to apply to the lid to create a blank canvas. And I'm going to let this dry and use this duo brush to get everything in check. And in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to moisturize my face using the L'Occitane moisturizer. And this is very hydrating. I really like what it's doing for the skin. I do have a few blemishes, but you know what? We're going to keep moving through it because I'm still cute. Now, I'm going in with the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Warm Brown. And I'm going to use this to outline the brow and fill it in ever so lightly. You know, I'm not trying to give like that Bert and Ernie kind of vibe. So this is a nice little change up for me. I'm trying to improve on the brow. And again, I'm using that duo brush before I apply the NYX eyebrow gel in Espresso. And I'm focusing this on the tail end of the brow. Very, very important. I don't want to drag it too much towards the beginning of the brow because it can create that very harsh look, that angry brow, that angry birds kind of brow. Next, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Pure Beige, and I'm going to use this to define the brow and further perfect the shape. Again, I'm using a very flat, very thin brush, which helps to create a more precise and accurate angle. And I'm going to drag the concealer down to the base of the mobile lid because I want to create a blank canvas for the makeup look. This is really, really important. You can also use an eyeshadow primer if you wish, but I'm just going to blend this out using this Real Techniques brush. I love this. This is really, really bomb. It helps to diffuse the product perfectly. And I'm using the amazing Jackie Aina palette, and I'm going to go in with Ginger. This is a very nice introductory crease color. So I'm going to use a super fluffy brush to begin applying this. And you want to use the windshield wiper motions to diffuse away the harsh edges and give that blown out look. You guys know I love that blown out look. And next, with edges, because I'm gonna scalp y'all today, I'm going to take this color and again follow that same sort of motion and focus it in the crease because we're building color, building intensity. And I'm just gonna, you know, really work this in because I'm gradually going to increase the intensity of the eyeshadow. And next, I'm following up with Credit. Now, this is like a deep brown with a bit of red hues. It complements this look perfectly. And I'm going to focus this more so on the outer V, that outer crease. And I'm dragging it a little bit towards the outer section of the mobile lid. And I want to use that same fluffy blending brush from the beginning to diffuse away any harsh lines and to create a super blown out look. And with the P. Louise eyeshadow base, I'm going to apply this on the mobile lid and look up, okay? Because when I look up, this is going to create like an indicator of where I want to carve and map out the crease. It creates a more accurate cut crease. This is something I wish I knew a long time ago because it would save me a lot of headache because sometimes your eyeshadow kind of like bleeds outside of the crease and it doesn't look as neat and precise. So that's why I advise looking up and then creating your cut crease. Take your time doing this step. It takes a while. It's not something you want to speed through. And again, don't drag the eyeshadow base all the way to the, you know, outer V. It's not necessary. Now I'm going in with the AMC pigment. Their pigments are so bomb. I don't even know the number of the pigment, but I'll have it listed in the description box, and you want to mist your brush before applying it. This is like a holographic kind of pigment, so it gives two different colors depending on the angle of which, you know, you're slaying for the boys and girls. And I really just like to take my time applying this. And again, to be precise, I'm going to switch brushes and focus on using something a little bit smaller, more rounded at the top so that I can get real into the nitty gritty corners of the crease without creating a mess, okay? Because I didn't come this far to give you guys a mess. Now I'm going back in just to blend out where the pigment and the darker shadows meet, so it looks seamless. Moving into the primer, I'm using the Becca primer. Now at first, you know, I'm gonna be real with you, I've used this in the past, but sometimes it can give like a white patchy kind of look. So because my skin is well hydrated, it applies so much better. So give your moisturizer time to set before applying this, and just really work it in and warm it up with your fingers before applying it to the skin. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation, and I'm going to use the color 370, but I'm also using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in 334, which I'm applying first, and then I'm applying the Pro Filter second. And I like to blend this in sections because the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation, it dries down a lot quicker. So I'm taking my time using the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge to just blend it to perfection, and it gives skin tease, okay? I really like the finish of this foundation because I have oily skin. This matte foundation works perfectly for me, and this is a really good combination because, again, I'm using foundations tailored to more oily skin. Now with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 360, I'm going to use this as my contour. I love using a foundation as a contour. You guys have been mentioning how sculpted my cheekbones look. I do have very pronounced cheekbones, but how I apply my contour, it makes it pop even more. Do the fish face so that you can define your arches and then just flow with it. It's all about the placement of your contour that makes all the difference. Like, sis, it took me like how long to get this together? Now I'm going back in with the LA Girl HD Pro Conceal in Pure Beige to do my highlight. And you guys know, you know the routine, you know how I get down. It's no different, sis. You want to hit the high points of the face, and I'm going to, again, take my time blending this out. And as a tip, you want to take a little bit of that lighter concealer and drag it just below your contour to further accentuate it. Like, thank me later, sis. And blend for your life. Now I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm going to focus this on all the areas where I applied the highlight concealer. I'm gonna look like a powdered donut, okay? We're gonna, you know, do some work later, but for now, this is how I apply it, very heavy-handed, and I'm use a very generous amount because I need to, sis. I'm like super oily, okay? Now with ginger, I'm going to apply this at the lower lash line to create a more sultry look. I told you guys to do this with your makeup. If you're not listening to me in 2019, you're gonna miss the bus for 2020, okay? Create that very sultry, dreamy bedroom eye kind of look. This is so sexy. And then I go in with my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner, and it's amazing. This is Perversion, and this is the best eyeliner I've found. Like, if you have another one that you recommend, drop it in the comment section, but this is the one for me. And then with the P. Louise base, I'm gonna apply that in the inner tear duct, but you don't wanna make it overpowering, okay? Focus it right in the very inner corner of the eye. Make it very, very, you know, intense. And then I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. I'm going to be super heavy handed. I really want to illuminate my eyes and draw, you know, attention to the center of the eye. It just makes it so much more of a beautiful, finished, refined touch. I love it. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in 334. And you know, we got to dust away all this ash, okay? I don't want to give Ashy Larry vibes. Like, we don't have to, okay? And I'm going to use the Mario Badescu spray to start setting my face. This is a process. And I'm going to do my winged liner. You guys, I've shown this so much. I figured I would show myself doing one of my eyes. I really take my time. I freehand. You can use tape as an alternative if you're not comfortable, but just focus on my hand work, okay? And I gradually work to make my wing liner thicker. I don't try to do it all in one shot. I take my time. And I'm doing my contour. I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless pressed powder in 360, honey. And look at how I'm cutting up. And I want to also, pre-treat my brows with the Maybelline Colossal mascara because I'm going to be applying lashes. Like, you can't do this look without the lashes, period. Here I'm applying these 3D lashes by Kiss. I will have the name of them and the number, the style, everything linked below if I can find the information. I threw the packaging away, y'all. A tragedy. But I'll also have another option available. But look at how bomb these are. And you just want to blend your real lashes with the faux lashes for a more seamless look. For good measure, I'm doing another doused with the Mario Badescu spray. Before I apply my highlighter, of course, I'm using Trophy Wife. Again, I like to look gold. I like to illuminate, radiate, look like I've been kissed by the sun itself, okay? Don't forget the high points of those cheekbones, you know what I'm saying? Touch it up, fall in love. And for the second round of highlight, I'm using the Mega Glow highlighting powder in Awesome Blossom and running over the exact same places that I placed the Trophy Wife. Again, it's a great combination for my girls who have more color, more melanin in their skin. And this is an optional step. So I'm using the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. I don't recommend this because it can alter the composition of the pigment and it starts to like chip away. So I would avoid this step, but I kept it in so you guys could see the full look. And for my lips, I'm using the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in Cedarwood to line my lips and apply it as I would a lip liner, but I allow this to dry down so that it is more opaque. I love using a cream lip stain versus a lip liner. It's so much better. And then I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Never Nude Matte Lipstick and I'm caking this on. I want it to be super opaque in its payoff. And to top it all off, I'm using the Sephora Totally Lucid Lip Gloss. It makes the lips look so juicy, so full, so plump. I have been doing nothing but a more neutral kind of natural lip. I'm about to get out of my comfort zone, but this is my favorite combination. I slayed this look. I love how this came out. What do you guys think? Be sure to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more makeup looks. These take so much work, but I want to continue to deliver because I'm getting more comfortable with slaying and showing you guys. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Share this with your homeboys and your homegirls. Kick it with me in the comment section. Again, I said if you like this look, give it a thumbs up, sis. Straight to the bank, okay? Fairy Slay Mother has now exited the chat. See you in the next one, guys.